So here we have all the pieces to put Bruticus together, and we'll start with the legs, of course. Now, these are a little bit strange to put on. You kind of have to roll them into position instead of just forcing them down. You have to walk them back and forth a little bit. At least I find it's easier to do it that way. And so there is Bruticus all put together, and now that he's all assembled, he doesn't look too bad. Like I said, the only really glaring color is the red on Vortex. And, you know, the purple on Blastoff is alright. Even the yellow is okay on Swindle. Of course, I would have preferred the colors that he came in with the San Diego Comic-Con set, which had more tan and green and dark blue colors. But he is pretty... He's okay right now. You can connect all the pieces in, you know, all the weapons together to form a gun in however you want to piece them together. Me personally, I like to kind of put them together like this. And of course he can hold it in his right hand only, because the other hand is like this. Only 2 of the 4 limb pieces will have hands that will be able to hold the gun. The green pair of guns, I like to come back here and put these. I like to put the green guns on the back there, which does give more of a G1 look to Bruticus. Unfortunately, they are a little bit hollow there, but still, I like the guns popping up behind his shoulders and back. This is going to be hard to do. A little bit hard to do. For articulation, he does rotate at the shoulders here, as well as go in and out. Like I said, you will be able to swivel here and sort of bend, kind of an elbow bend there. And if you detach that, he does go in and out. And this fell off, as it is continuously going to do, because it doesn't quite clip in there strong enough. On this arm, again, he can go forward and back, in and out. And he does have a bend this way if you want, and a rotation up there. The waist articulation for the legs, it's a little bit harder to move the legs forward and back, but they do go in and out easily. He is jointed at the knee there, and he can rotate at the upper hip there, and the same on this side. Got a knee joint there and goes in and out as well as rotates. So he is quite posable, more than you would think, and definitely more than the classic vintage version. And he's really even a lot more impressive, I think, than that version. Bruticus's motto is, "The road to conquest is paved with Autobot Rex," and the combined form is really a combination of the personalities of all 5 separate robots. And so the more logical one is Onslaught, and so he has to really kind of rein in the other 4 personalities, but he doesn't really happen all that well. He follows orders very well, usually because those orders are to just destroy, and so he relishes in that destruction. I know in the 80s cartoon he was voiced by Roger C. Cormell, but I don't know who voices him in the War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron game. Is Bruticus worth it? Well, I think he looks absolutely incredible put together like this, and I'm going to try some other configurations later on if I figure out how to do other arms, you know, use some of the limbs for legs, or use the arms here for legs and the legs for arms, see how they work out. But so far the only drawback of this figure would be the red color of Vortex. I think it would have been a lot cooler if it were like a dark blue, dark gray, more like the original Vortex. And oh, I'm missing the piece de resistance. These little pieces flip up here, and that is Bruticus. And again, the Autobot the Decepticon symbol is missing from that little spot there. Maybe some repro labels will help out with that. But you may have noticed that I also pointed out that, who was it? I think it was Vortex was missing a Decepticon symbol as well. But he does have one from the vehicle mode down here on his belly. So I guess it would be a little bit redundant. But, oh, and just in case you're wondering, the head, it just goes side to side. There's no ball joint there. So, that's it for Bruticus and the whole Combaticon wave of the Transformers Generation Fall of Cybertron figures. And there's going to be another wave, and I think there's also going to be some Voyager figures which I'm going to have to get because they're Soundwave, and he'll come with cassettes, actually, or discs, rather. And I believe Starscream is getting a Voyager as well. Really cool that they've actually gone back and decided to do Voyager again in the Generation line. So, stay tuned for more Transformers videos, and until my next one, I'll see you.